Hello, my name is Marco Nanninga, and during this training session, I would like to explain you a little bit more about the concept of plants, areas, and cells in Inspect, and I will show you how to configure it. So, first of all, on atshelp.com in the documentation, there is an explanation of how plants, areas, cells are linked. As shown here, the plant is at top level, under which areas exist, and each area can have one or multiple cells. And in the end, the stations, the operator stations, are then linked to the cells, and this is then used in reporting to look at data for either the entire plant, a specific area or multiple areas, a specific cell, multiple cells, or station or a group of stations. So in the documentation, it's also described completely how you can create the plants, areas, and cells, and how you can link cells to areas. But I will show you that in the recording, and we will use an Excel that we have with example data that can be used for training, either self-study or an in-person training. So for now, we will cover on the plant section. So to get there, you will have to run Cockpit. And once you are signed in with a administrator account, you can go to plants. And as you can see, there's nothing here. This is a completely empty database. So I will start creating my plants as are defined in the example Excel, where I have a description and a code. And by pressing enter, it's a shortcut to press on OK with the mouse. Makes life a little bit easier. And when you are ready, you can either click cancel or the cross to finish entering new items. The first item, in this case the plant entered, is automatically set as the default plant. That is something that we can use later on as part of the logic in the stored procedure, that if we are creating new units and there is no plant defined, that we use the default plant. So areas and cells the same. Going back to the example here, I'll create these areas and these cells and then link them this way. So the area wings will have CNC, cutting, repair, welding, etc., etc. So creating the areas first, we have wings. And to explain what these settings do, defect responsible area and audit responsible area. With this setting, you can either enable or disable the area to show up in data collect for an operator to select. So either during defect entry or when doing an audit and entering a defect, the operator can optionally choose where he or she thinks the defect that they are entering was caused, hence the name responsible area. And if this is enabled, as it is by default, this area can actually show up in data collect and can be selectable by the operator. Later on in the following session, we will go over the station properties, where we can actually limit the areas that are visible in a station. But this is the first step where they can be either made available or hidden altogether for data collect. All right, so those are my areas. Then I'll create the cells quickly. As you might have noticed, the codes are in uppercase automatically. And there we go. We have the cells and the areas. So now it is time to link them as is shown in the Excel. So going back to Cockpit, for wings, it is going to be CNC, cutting, repair, and welding. I'll deselect all and then pre-assembly and repair for engines. Then we have bath, decal, e-coat, enamel, oven and sanding for paint, and finally final inspection and repair for assembly. When you enable the expand and drop, it will automatically expand an area when you drop a new item, and you can also expand all of them as such or collapse all. As you can see, at the moment these are all green pluses indicating that these are new entries. If I do a refresh, it will show the normal icons, so the area icon for the areas, and here you can see the cells icon, which is shown for the cells. We can export to PDF and Excel if necessary. We can edit either by double click or using edit here. And there's also a way to import this, but we will show that in a separate training video. That's it. Thank you. And I will see you in the next video about shifts and stations. Thank you.